Well, there you go. I don't even remember the last thing I even updated you guys with this fucking game. So, credits, ending cutscene. I'm not exactly a huge fan of it. I would like to add more animation, but this project has dragged on way too long. It's almost March. I wanted it done in, November. So, this whole being sick shit has really fucking made this take longer than it should. So I'm ready to just kind of throw in the towel and release the vertical slice pretty much as it is. I gotta add a couple more music tracks in, slice them up so they fit with that ending cutscene, add a couple sound effects, and then just be done. I enjoyed this process. I enjoyed making this game. I just don't have enough skills to make games. I need to learn more about programming, and I need more audio. Audio is a huge problem. I can't make these cutscenes lively or interesting because I just don't have enough information and knowledge about music or sound effects. In order to actually make the music and sound effects, I need to make this cutscenes not look and sound stupid, which is what these look like right now. And I'm actually pretty happy I ended up cutting the last one, the first, because I was going to have a cutscene that started the game as well, and I ended up not using it because it was too much work, but also it would have looked and sounded like shit. So just the whole thing with this, I'm not disillusioned, but we're past the honeymoon phase, well past the fucking honeymoon phase of this goddamn thing, and I'm ready to just release it as is and move on to other things. I have other important shit I gotta do, and this is not one of them anymore. Like I've said before, depending on how the full game, or how this is received, will determine whether I keep working on the full game or kind of just let that be for now. Because I really want to get back to 3D. I'm just repeating myself from last time I made these vlogs. There's really not much to say. I just want to let you know that this is probably going to be dropping in a pseudo-finished state relatively soon, and that'll be it. And I'll get back to learning and working on smaller projects, smaller singular art pieces, drawings, 3D models. I haven't done any 3D in months, pretty much since October when I started this game. And I'd really like to get back on track with that, because I think that's probably the thing that has the most promise. I have the most fun doing it, so I gotta get back to that shit. But yeah, this will probably be maybe the final game update before I just drop it on Newgrounds and let whatever happens to it happen. Because I want to learn more about Real 3D. I want to make another version of the Izumi model. I want to model all of her friends and all the other characters and things like that. And I don't know. I played Devil May Cry 5 demo, and that like really reminded me that like that's the goal. Making something like that is the goal. And I know that's like a huge, big fucking like moonshot thing, but 3D games are what really get me excited, and just making 3D and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I feel like I've got a little lost in the weeds here, just doing this for the sake of doing it. It was a good learning experience, and I'm glad it happened. But especially being sick for so long and being so fucked up, and just we have a finite amount of time, and I really think I gotta focus on the one thing, which is getting better at 3D to make the 3D game. That's the goal, and I think I just gotta double down. Buying the iPad was great because it got me to do more drawing and stuff, and I think that's gonna help long term getting Izumi out there. But it's also kind of, again, getting me lost in the weeds because I should be doing 3D, but you can't do any 3D work on an iPad. So I'm just playing with my new toy and forgetting to do the things that actually matter. So that's not great. Not a great idea. Let me just kind of play through this quick. Oh god, it's gonna make noise. Let me mute this. A couple more things that were added. Just some animation touch-ups that I've been saying I'm doing for a while. So if I jump, you can see there's like kind of like a little bit of anticipation and follow-through. If you're not moving, you kind of like get some weight when you land. Got the little thing for double jumping now. There's a little sigil at a Devil May Cry. And yeah, there you go. That's the fucking game. It does things. But this will probably be the last update. I think I just got to put this out in the next week or so. Let it be what it is. Messy, warts and all. Just even if it's not what I want it to be, this is never what I wanted to do in the first place. It was an exercise, and I'm letting the exercise get away from me, become something too big. So, I mean, again, if this really takes off and people really like it on Newgrounds or whatever, great. We'll keep going, and it'll be a good learning experience and whatnot. And I'll use that as an excuse to like get better at 3D so I can make better assets for this game. But I'm not thinking that's going to happen. I think it's time to just pivot back and just do some drawings to kind of help build the brand, but really focus on 3D. And because that's what's going to make the 3D game possible is learning 3D. So that's it. This is short. It's just for patrons. I don't really have anything public to present. Thanks for sticking around. Sorry I've been sick for so fucking long. I'm going for an MRI next week. Hopefully they can fix my leg, whether it needs an injection or surgery or whatever. I don't give a shit at this point. Just let me walk again. God. Have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you next week, hopefully.